side of life.
Hi, I'm Harry Marks, and this is Let's All Go to the Lobby, your introduction to the film you're about to watch. Up next is a 1936 romantic dramedy about a naive tuba-playing poet from Vermont who suddenly finds himself a multimillionaire in New York City. From Frank Capra and Columbia Pictures, this is Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. The film stars Gary Cooper as Longfellow Deeds, who inherits $20 million after his late uncle passes away. But in the background is the uncle's thieving lawyer, played by Douglas Dumbrille, scheming to steal Deeds' power of attorney. Director Frank Capra only ever had Cooper in mind to play Deeds, waiting 6 months before starting production to make sure he was available. The delay cost $100,000, a large amount on an already staggering budget of $800,000. For Deeds' love interest, Babe Bennett, Carol Lombard was the original choice, but she quit 3 days before principal photography began in order to make My Man Godfrey instead. Capra started filming without a lead actress in place, and Jean Arthur was hired soon after. Though studio head Harry Cohn didn't want Jean Arthur cast opposite Cooper, he didn't like her look. Capra told him to instead listen to her voice, not look at her face, and that was that. She was in the picture. Arthur was no fresh-faced ingenue either. She'd been working since her days at Fox during the silent era, but she'd never broken through as a star. Mr. Deeds Goes to Town changed all that. It not only set her on the path of leading lady material, it also led to a lucrative partnership between herself and Capra, who cast her in 1938's You Can't Take It With You and 1939's Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Arthur's performance was lauded by critics and audiences alike, but the actress disagreed. She'd been struck by stage fright during filming and didn't watch any of the dailies. She didn't actually see the film in its entirety until 1972, when she and Capra attended a film festival together as guests. Speaking of Capra, he was a wily director, not one to share control of his films with the studio heads. He had a vision, and he made sure to see it through to the end. For example, when Harry Cohn forbade his directors to print more than one take of a scene in order to save the studio money, Capra refused to yell cut. Instead, he'd shout, "Keep rolling," and his actors would restart their scene again without stopping. Capra also refused to shoot if Cohn or any other executives came by the set. He'd announce a half-hour coffee break every time, costing Columbia a lot of money for each stoppage. Eventually, Cohn stopped coming around and left Capra to finish his film on his own. Mr. Deeds Goes to Town was something of a gem in Columbia's 1936 stable of pictures. They believed in the film so much that they sold it to exhibitors by itself, rather than package it with other films as part of their block booking practice of bundling B-movies along with their A-list material. And it became a huge hit, earning 5 Academy Award nominations, with Capra taking home the Oscar for Best Director. And so here it is, the film that made the word doodle, as in random scribbling, a verb, starring Gary Cooper, Jean Arthur, George Bancroft, Lionel Stander, and Douglas Dumbrille from Columbia Pictures in 1936. This is Mr. Deeds Goes to Town.